I believe we are live. Uh, okay, sorry everyone. I can't turn on my camera because my network is down. It's raining, and yes. So in order to do the live stream, I think it's best that I keep my camera off so that at least network-wise, I don't have to lag too much. But anyway, hi everyone, welcome to the Async API Community Working Group. My name is Julie. Today I'm the ghost. But yeah, I'm not alone today. I've got Anushka, Sharan. Do you mind introducing yourself?
Hi everyone. I'm Anushka. Um, I'm my project is about implementing E2E testing in the Async API website. Yeah, that's it,
Awesome.
I guess.
Okay, thank you so much for joining. And we also have got Adi. Hi Adi, how are you doing?
Hi, Chili. I'm doing fine, and I'm selected for GSOC 25 Mentee, working on Async API generator mentorship project under guidance of my mentor Lucas. And this summer, so basically, I will be exploring what are the core responsibilities of an open source maintainer.
Awesome. That's great. Yeah, I know one your project is about maintainership, so I'm also excited of the changes coming to generator as well. Um, we've also got Lucas. Hi Lucas, how are you doing? It's been a while actually. Okay, I guess Lucas has network issues. Hey Ace. Hey Bami, how are you doing?
I'm good.
No, we can't hear you.
Am I audible?
Oh no. I can hear Ace.
Ah,
I can't hear Lucas.
whoa.
Okay, I can hear Ace, but I can't hear Lucas. Hi, everyone. Good evening.
All
Are we
right,
all
it's five
having
past.
network trouble?
Yeah, it seems
Okay,
like it.
can you hear me though?
Yeah,
Yes.
I can hear
Okay,
Bami speaking now.
okay. Yeah, I can hear Ace, but I can't hear Lucas.
Okay, cool. All right, I think we can get started. It's five past. Let me share my screen. Where is my screen? I think it's this one. Yeah. Please let me know if you can see my screen.
Yeah, it is visible.
Yes, yes, screen
Okay,
is visible.
awesome. All right. Awesome. So on today's agenda, we have a few items. I hope we can quickly run through them because network issues, but yeah, so I will try my best to keep to time and keep the meeting short. But yeah, we have some conference updates today, community updates, then lastly we'll have marketing updates. Then after that we wrap up the meeting. So as usual, I'll be facilitating the AsyncAPI conference updates from the conference working group. So first things first, we are putting out the call for speakers for AsyncAPI conference in Bengaluru. So if you're in and around Bengaluru and you would like to speak at the AsyncAPI conference, please submit your call for paper. And yeah, if you were struggling to write your submissions, please do reach out to me. I'll be very much happy to help you out as well. And yeah, so now we have call for speakers for Bengaluru. We are gonna close the CFP on the 29th of June. Awesome. All right. So the second item that we have is Munich and Lagos. I'm working on the speaker update. So Munich speakers have been confirmed, emails have been sent, and we finally have the selected speakers for Munich and Lagos as well. Some of the speakers have confirmed. I think there's one more speaker that I'm waiting for a confirmation. After that, I will send them through. Then finally, I'll open a pull request this week. Then add both speakers for both locations on the website as well. And yeah, that is for the Munich speakers. Then Munich booth is also confirmed. Organization is currently underway. Um, I think we'll have JSON schema confirmed for the booth. I think we are also waiting for other specs to see if they'll be there, other community members to see if they'll be there. But so far we have JSON schema. Hopefully we'll have Open API as well there. I think API definitely will be there. And yeah, Lucas is still busy coordinating the Munich booth. Then Tuli will also confirm for Lagos, yes. Booth for Lagos as well has been confirmed. I sent an email yesterday, so we will have a booth for Lagos as well. So while coordinating with the speakers, hopefully tomorrow, I'll also start facilitating the conversation on the booth and on the agenda as well. So I'll be putting a few community members to work when it comes to the booth in Lagos. So that is awesome. All right. Um, Lucas, are you able to speak now?
I think I am. Hey, can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Awesome. All right, so the next item is to discuss conference funding documentation and application, then criteria and process for people who travel for doing MC job, doing booth organization, and funding for speakers as well. I think I can let you take over that one, or you want me to start on it? I don't know. I think it will also answer Ace's question on the chat as well.
Yeah, so basically we have to document whatever we did now.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is that until now the strategy, like the budget for the conference, because it had different prospectus and different sponsorship tiers, that was also treated as a separate just conference budget. And to make it simple, we followed an approach that all the money is invested basically in travels, nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
And the approach was that the most important for us is to make sure that the community members that are on so-called payroll, so now it's Tuli and Bami, that we put them as a priority for travels, because they have to be close to the community. So that has to be basically documented, and we need to kind of write down all the rules, like basically like it is with bounty, right? So we have to somehow write down what are the criterias to apply for funding, the amount of funding we can offer, and that's it. Like basically, oh yeah, and the booth as well. So I'm seeing. So we basically have to have this, like again, like with bounty, we have priority in bounty that maintainers are first to choose, then regular contributors, and then other people. And the same in case of funding of conference. I think it's not questionable that payroll people are first, then people that do master of ceremony, then people that can also support booth, and then speakers. So I'm not sure if what else should I add.
The amount, like
The amount, yeah. So
the amount, yeah.
So I mean, we don't have. I did not communicate it yet publicly, because we basically didn't get the money transfer yet from the sponsors, but we already have confirmation from two platinum sponsors. I mean, 2 companies that want to become platinum sponsors. It will add to budget around now $9,000, I think, as far as I remember, without like covering the costs of Singapore. Around 7 will stay in the budget, and all this money is basically for travels to conferences. And of course, we have to set up some rules again, to make the process like as transparent as possible. So there's no risk that there's some favorism or whatever. So until now, we had this approach that like for example, when I was doing MC at the booth coordination in Paris, the maximum we set was, even though my costs were higher to travel to Paris, we had an approach that such a person gets $500 maximum sponsorship, and I guess we probably should leave it to somehow be able to control the budget. But yeah, that's all open for discussion. Probably I have to open the pull request to add the document. And if anybody has already some input, like please feel free to comment. Otherwise, just I'm gonna share a pull request and we can discuss further there.
All right. Okay, so yeah, because I know we had like a small budget for people who went to Paris, which was 500, so it wasn't documented. And also, yeah, part of it is like what did you call people are working full time again?
On payroll.
Oh yeah, payroll people, right? I think I will also mention like the limitations to the conferences and the ones who are speaking, because like I said, like I asked, like what is the limit for the budget for payroll people, so that we can, part of it is to have more people come to the conference, and the budget we said like, okay, we keep 500, but then for the payroll as well, is there a limit to that? What about the ones who will be speaking or managing the MC and the booth and speaking? So yeah, I think maybe once you open the pull request, it will be transparent as possible. I don't know if there's anyone who wants to add to that topic. Ace, did that answer also your question as well?
Yes. Am I audible?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah.
And of course, like whatever I was speaking about now, it's related to the AsyncAPI budget, right? So of course we always have this like additional doors that we always can use, and like talk directly to the host of the conference, right? We can always ask them like if they can sponsor, like for example, with Singapore, we reached out to API Days if they can sponsor my travel. They were open to sponsor, not the full reimbursement. That's why I didn't use it. But yeah, I mean, for me, it was super expensive anyway because it's far travel. But basically, people should not be afraid to ask for sponsorship. So, and I also think, Bami, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the CFP form for speakers is actually having this field, right? So somebody who applies to CFP can mark if they need reimbursement of travels, right?
Which CFP
Said,
form?
I mean, when speaker applies to be a speaker, when they fill in this form from API Days, I think they can somehow mark, like provide any information that they want to be speakers, but they also have to be sponsored.
No, it has an option to either sponsor the conference. If you as a speaker, you want, or your company wants to sponsor the conference. So that's how the form for API Days is like.
Okay. Okay, so it's basically in the manual, so people just have to ask explicitly. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Just to answer Ace, you can submit a CFP and hopefully we'll get a budget for the AsyncAPI conference budget. Hopefully by then we'll get something. I always encourage people to submit a CFP. It's easier to defend or to really say we have a long-time community member who needs to be in Bengaluru and they need sponsorship. So I will say submit. Don't feel shy not to or feel. Then if whatever we have in the Async API conference budget, then if it means that we have to like ask the initiative's budget like to sponsor community members, I'm sure Lucas or the board wouldn't say no. But yeah, I always like to say let's cross the bridge when you get there. But yeah, that if it means that you need sponsorship for Bengaluru, please submit your CFP. Then once we start the communication, just remember to let me know and remind me that okay, you need sponsorship, then we can facilitate the discussions. All right. So yeah, I'll share once Lucas has opened the pull request or issue, it will be shared on the conference working group channel. Then everybody can jump in and share your thoughts on it. All right. Is Shreya here? Shreya? Okay. I think she's not here. All right, I'm gonna share the link. I think there's some few items that Shreya wanted us to discuss on the conference meetup pull request. I think mostly is to like decide how we want to put the form or the YAML file. She had a proposal that she wanted us to do. But yeah, in the meantime, please view the pull request and share your reviews as well. I think Ace also has shared his own review, so that's great. All right. Okay, I think that'll be all on the conference side. I don't know, does anybody have any questions conference wise? Okay. All right, cool. I think we can jump on to the community updates. Governance board nominations. Please send in your names or the people you want to nominate for the governance board before the 5th of June. So you still have roughly about 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. So please, I'm sharing the link to the blog. And I also believe that TSC members got a reminder earlier today to submit their nominations. So please make sure you do that before the deadline as well. All right. And another item that I have is to rename the general channel to working group community. So basically, as you know, we have had muted the general channel for quite some time. So I think from also Lucas's suggestion is that we don't have a channel where we discuss community related issues and also a place where like we give community updates. For instance, for the community working group, I'm currently using the announcement channel. There's no one who is like, hey, Tuli, you're using the wrong channel. So I think we do need like a community working group. And as of course, the community working group is an umbrella for the initiative. So sometimes maybe Ace would love to update us on the initiatives that he's working on, but maybe we don't have a proper channel for it. So we're planning to revamp the general channel to become the working group community channel. And also even for the governance board, I'm sure they will need a place where they do communication as well. So I think having a community channel will do. I don't know, does anybody have any other thoughts on this? Any additions? Do you think it's a good idea? Is it a bad idea? Okay. I guess silence means
good.
agreement. So, oh, did you say something? Oh, okay. I can see some thumbs up. All right. Awesome. All right. GSOC Menti welcome in updates. Ace, over to you.
Hello, everyone. Hi. Am I still audible? I'm still having network issue.
Yes.
Okay. I love to turn on my camera because I love to show my beautiful face. But I'm having some electricity issue. So that's why I didn't do that today. Um, so we have some Google Summer of Code Mentee here on the call. We have Adi. Hi, Adi. I think you introduced yourself earlier. Hi, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Hi.
Hi, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. How are you doing?
I'm doing good too. Could you maybe reintroduce yourself to the community at large?
Yeah, sure. Why not? So, hi everyone. I am Adi, a third year computer science undergrad, and I am selected for GSOC 25 mentee under the project Async API Generator Maintenance under guidance of my mentor Lucas. So, in this summer, the main idea of this project is that it helps us to understand what are the core responsibility of open source maintainer, including like bug fixes, PR reviews, documentation, and project planning. So I hope that new contributors come to Async API Generator repo and we can contribute there. So yeah, I can help them as well.
Thanks very much, Adi. And I believe you got lucky because you got selected by one of the best. Um, we also have Anushka. Hi, Anushka. Are you here?
Hi, I'm here. Yeah.
Hi, do you mind introducing yourself?
Yes, I'm Anushka. I'm a first year undergrad from NSUT Delhi. I'm doing my BTech in instrumentation and control engineering, and I got into GSAC 25. My project is basically to implement E2V tests for you know perfect critical user flows. And it is basically to make sure that the Async API website works properly by automatically testing before the changes go live. So yeah, I guess that's it.
Awesome. Thanks, Anushka. We also have Shreya, but I'm not sure if Shreya is here. I can see a profile on the list of users. But yeah, so since we've mentioned Shreya before, so I think she's not active. So we only have two of these folks currently in this community meeting. They are one of the lucky ones to make the cut for Google of Code this year at Testing KPI. Trust me, it was a difficult decision. We hope we have like enough slots, but we are limited by what we have. And hopefully, maybe next year we'll have more slots in some of code. I know I'm so confident we're going to get selected next year again. So currently you can see their faces because we plan on having an official welcome live stream for some of code candidates. This time you're going to be seeing their faces because we appreciate transparency and would love to see the faces behind the folks that got selected. So join us next week, Tuesday. I'm going to have a proper onboarding call scheduled where you're going to be learning more about the contributors, getting to understand their aspiration and why they are looking forward to this project and also get to know their expectations. So that is a bit about the Google Sum of Code contributors that got selected for GSOC this year. So yeah, if you're really curious and want to know more, so join us next week. I'm gonna have the meeting scheduled as sent. So we also had some, you know, some things happened about some questions about our selection process for GSOC this year, which I am currently like working on an article to, you know, analyze and break down the process of our selection this year for Google Sum of Code. I'm doing that because we at AsyncAPI really appreciate transparency, and it will go along with if I have this article written this week and shared to the community. Yeah, I think that's all the update I have for Google Sum of Code.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ace, for the update. I don't think Ashish is here. He wanted to mention something about integrating a code of conduct Slack bot and some automation. I think is something worth exploring, but he's not here. I think I'll ask him to open maybe a discussion so that we can all share our views on that. So I will skip it for now, and hopefully maybe next meeting we can have more information on this. The next item is the Code of Conduct Committee nominations has been postponed. So we'll announce again when we are opening the Code of Conduct nominations. So please do keep an eye on the community updates blog or the newsletter. It will be somewhere there, maybe in June, maybe in July. But yeah, do keep an eye, and definitely we will come back with an update when the nominations are open as well. And finally, the community summary for May. I'll start writing it next week. I'm just finalizing a few items that I really want for them to be in the blog next month, for this month. So next week I'll start writing a draft for the community summary. Then hopefully we'll have it before first week of June or by the end of next week. So please do keep an eye out and make sure you read, share, then also subscribe to the newsletter. Yeah, that will be all from the community updates, unless there's something that I might have missed. Ace, Lucas. Okay, yes, I didn't miss out anything. Marketing updates. Over to you, Bami.
Okay, hi. Can you help me click on the link, please? Can you hear me? Okay. That's good. Thank you. All right. Hello everyone. Good evening. So I was a bit under the weather last week, so we couldn't hold the meeting. That's why it was transferred to the community meeting today. So anyways, I think we are going to be cutting off most of the parts, and some of it has also been answered by Tuli during this meeting. I wanted to ask about the CFP status, but we have already talked about it. And then what was his name? Fatik is still working on the Lagos campaign, content campaign that he volunteered to work on. He sent me the first draft, but there was some errors there, so I told him to work on it again before he put it on the channel. So I also wanted to ask, when do we start the speakers and sponsors promotion for Monishan Lagos? Or again, Tuli has answered that while giving our updates on conference. So that can also be skipped. Okay. So I for Lagos, I was thinking, apart from me, Ace, and some other folks in Nigeria, I don't know if and that's why I wanted to ask about the CFP status for Lagos, especially that we have people from Lagos or from Nigeria submitting as speakers to.
Are you asking if the CFP is open or?
No, it's not if it's open. The rate of speakers that we have, that's the question. If we have enough speakers and we have technical speakers for the AsyncAPI track.
Yes, the speakers, I've already confirmed the speakers for the track for Lagos. So when I upload the one for Munich, the Lagos also will be on the same pull request. Is that what you're asking? Or
Yes, is what I'm asking because I know that previous meetings you mentioned that there was no um technical solution, that there was more of community. So I was looking at how we can partner with probably local communities here and see if we'll get some of um some of the local community members to apply to speak. But uh since we have complete speakers, so that will not be necessary then. Mm, okay. And so the next one is sorry. The next one is, yes, I wanted to ask this to Tuli as well. Can you provide the current stats on the newsletter, like subscriber rates and open rates? Because you always talk about um people people to read the newsletter and stuff, but do we have like subscriber rate and open rates that we can track and see if the all promotions on social media is actually working? Like posting it every week, if that is working, so can I get the subscriber stats and the open rates for each newsletter?
okay, I will send it to you.
Okay, thank you. Okay. So moving on, content promotion in the pipeline, I have already done that. And yeah, so the upcoming blog and editorial content is the webinar doc. This is, I have been tagging you to that doc. Please kindly go ahead and give your review. I think it's your review we are waiting for. Julia has already given hers as well. So please, I'll be expecting your review. Thank you. For the spotlight doc as well. Then there is this idea of getting short videos from the educational content that this is creating for content on socials. But I've been waiting on his. He said something yesterday, but yeah, his.
Yes, yes. Hi, folks. Thanks again. I know you're tired of hearing my voice. So I realized I was a little bit dumb when I was doing the animations for the videos because I did not factor in that these animations, the way I render them, will not be suitable for short, right? So I went into the rabbit hole of trying to recreate them to make them align for short, but then I got frustrated because doing these animations were kind of easy. So I got frustrated and decided to abandon it. And then this week I was doing some research and I figured out I could do some sort of frame to frame rendering. So I've been exploring to see if it is viable, if it is viable for the shots. Hopefully, if it works, eventually I'm going to keep Bami posted, and then we can have shots from these videos I already created available this week. So I already promised Bami, like, yeah, you will know if I'm going to have them available this week.
All right, thank you. And you also mentioned that moving on, you are going to change the animation, whatever.
Yes, yes. I mean, moving on for future videos, I will not be doing the dumb thing I did when I was doing the first animations. Now, moving forward, I would consider, I would factor in the use of shots when creating further animations for my videos.
Hey, thank you so much. So moving on, I think the next one is the Singapore conference, the feedback we got, the major feedback, which I created an issue for. And I thought Pushkar would be here to give an update on it, but he's not around, he's not here. So I'm still gonna like ask again what's the update because I dropped a message and on GitHub, but there was no response. So I'll check again to see what the delay is because I thought the design has been made, but then Pushkar isn't here, so we'll move on from that. So I have a question for this governors board forms. So do we still need to keep promoting it on socials till the day of till the deadline? I posted it once, but do we need to keep promoting it and sending reminders out?
If you could post like a reminder this week, any day this week, and also any day next week, then would be awesome. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Thank you. So I think that would be all from me. Is there any question or? None. Okay. Thank you. Truly.
All right, thank you so much, Bami. I think that marks everything that we have for the agenda. Summary, speakers for Munich and Lagos, you can expect them to be on the website at the end of this week. And call for speakers for Bengaluru. Please promote as much as you can through your networks. And I'll also be working with ambassadors on the side also to promote as well. And yes, I think that will be major things. And then please make sure if you are part of the TSC, please make sure you send your nominations for the governance board before the 5th of June. I think also on our next meeting, I'll also share a reminder. I think that will be the last week. And yes, AsyncAPI community blog, you should expect it end of next week or the first week of June as well. Apart from that, our next meeting will be on the 3rd of June, same time, same place, and hopefully we will have our cameras on. And yes, that will be all for the community working group meeting, unless there's something that I might have left out, of which I don't believe not. No. All right then. I guess we can call it a day. Thank you so much for everybody who joined us live today. Lucas, Bami, Anushka, Adi, Ace, Jayshree, Shreya, and everybody who's watching us online, depending on what time you're going to watch this. Let's see each other in next 2 weeks. Same place at 3 p.m. UTC. Thank you so much, everybody. Can enjoy the rest of your day. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Thank
Bye
you.
bye.